Hello everyone, Journeyman here, and welcome back to the Worst Director of Football Challenge. This is the first episode. After the introduction, we've gone through preseason, and it took Roberto like 2 weeks to piss me off and piss off the entire squad. So yeah, let's go take a look at those transfers, and let me show you why. So, our number one right back and very popular player in the team, Cedric, was sold to Liverpool. Of course, Liverpool. Who else would buy a Southampton player other than Liverpool? So we sold him for a very minuscule £12.5 million, possibly 18.5 with little add-ons and bonuses and things like that. But essentially, after that, the whole squad came to me and said that was a bad idea, and they blamed me for doing it. So the squad hate me. It took 2 weeks, and Roberto has already screwed me. So, obviously, that's the only player really going out. Everyone else went on loan. We got some players coming in. We got a record club signing. Jakub Jankto. Yankto, I think that's how you pronounce his name. Anyway, Jakub, he's okay, but this guy doesn't really fit the type of player I usually go out and purchase and use. His best position is out wide, left midfield as a winger. I don't really play any formations with the current squad we have that utilize his best position, so he's kind of have to be keyholed in as like an attacking midfielder and kind of like a player you can bring on, play centre midfield. I mean, honestly, it was a waste of money. It really was. And £19 million up front, potentially raising a 29 over time. Honestly, it's just a huge waste of money. And after we lost our right back, I guess Roberto thought it a good idea to bring in a right winger. Yes, because we haven't got enough right wingers that are identical to each other. So we signed Paul Andre Helland, Norwegian. Actually, for a player, he really isn't that bad. Physical attributes aren't great. He's 27 years old. Technically speaking, he's very good. Mentally, also checks a lot of boxes. Plays the inside forward role, which I do like to have. But the problem is, I've already got players that are just as good or not. Well, he's basically he's not as good as some of the players we have. He's not as good as Tadic on the right. He's not as good as Redmond on the left. He's not as good as Bafal on the left. And honestly, I mean, I also got a Gabbiadini on the right either. So honestly, I mean, we paid not much for him, £3.2 million, which actually is pretty good money. But I feel like that was, again, I mean, wasted money, I suppose. So he had to replace a right back, and he finally got one in. It took him to the last game of preseason to find a right back to bring in, and it was Martin Montoya. We signed him for 5.5, possibly raising a little bit more with installments, stuff like that. And he played for Valencia last season, and he did okay, I suppose. 2 goals, 29 appearances. What's nice about this guy is that physically he's actually really good. Mentally, it ticks a lot of boxes there too. Teamwork's good, work rate's good. Determination not as high as I usually pick up for players at this level. Concentration 15, which is good for a defender, but technically speaking, it's kind of where he lacks. He's also on the shorter side at 5'9", but he played a handful of games in the 21 team. You had to make an appearance for the full team. Honestly, he's got to be a right back going forward. And at least I have a right back now, because previously I was playing Jeremy Pied there, and he was like a 2-star at most. And then we signed a centre-half for some unknown reason. Dale Fry, not knocking the kid. He's a big guy. He's 6'4". He has some very nice attributes for a 19-year-old. But why? Yeah, we only paid $4.6 million potentially for him. But if you look at our first team squad, we now have 6 players. So 7 players. Sorry, Jack Stevens. 7 players that can play centre half. 7. I mean, what kind of formation does he think we're going to play? It doesn't really make any sense at all. Yes, some of the defenders that we have, they're really bad. He's not even as good or will be better than what we have, be honest with you. Wesley and Virgil, obviously, are our 2 main centre-halves going forward. Maya Sheeda can come in and do a great job. Stevens can come in and do an awesome job. And then he's like, okay, then he's got to choose between Gardos and Fry. That's pretty close. And then after that, you got Bednarek. So it's like, it's a pointless signing. And it's been about a month, and I'm already really annoyed at Roberto. So, but anyway, we do have 2 games to play today. We have Newcastle at home, and then we play Burnley away. So, this episode's going to be 2 games long, as per usual. And obviously this one's a little bit of a twist because it's more to do with trying to work with what I have. And with that in mind, I've gone for a 4-2-3-1 formation with 2 holding midfielders. Try and get the most out of the squad. So obviously Force is going to be in goal. Right back is Montoya. Centre half, Virgil van Dijk. And part next to Wesley Hote. On the left, Ryan Bertrand, of course. We pretty much got a full-strength team. We're missing maybe a couple of players, but for the most part, we're going to have our strongest unit out of there. So that's at least that's going for me. Tadic going to be inside forward on the right. Advanced playmaker. I guess the best player we have is Stephen Davis. Not a player I'd really want in there, but could do a good job for me today. Redmond's going to start on the left. I mean, we have no other option there. Buffal and Redmond are going to fight it out for that role. And up top, I'll be using a complete forward, but I think about maybe I'm changing it to an advanced forward. Just to create a bit more movement up top. I thought it was a little bit lacking in pre-season. So we'll start with Gabbiadini as an advanced forward, and then we'll see how it goes from there. This is the team instructions I've got going on right now. I've got a slightly deeper defense, just because our defenders aren't that fast. So I've got to sit a little bit deeper. Usually that won't be a problem, though. We have 2 holding midfielders in front of us to try and bridge the gap between midfield and attack. We have overlap players, obviously, so we have wing backs. So I'm looking for the wing backs to get forward from the to partner with the inside forward formations. Work the ball in the box. I want to try and maintain possession, so you can see shorter passing, play out of the fence, exploit the middle. I've got on balance width right now, but that's going to change. It's probably going to go a little bit more narrow in the future, just with the focus will be narrow, and then obviously if we get support from the wing backs, we'll take it. And not run lower tempo for now. Again, all this is subject to change based on what Roberto does. But we'll just take it here week by week. So let's get the bench done real quick. Doesn't really matter, does it? We'll do Maya, Yoshida, then we'll do Pierre Højbjerg, then we'll do our record signing Yankto. I guess we'll do Helland as well, and then let's do Charlie Austin on the bench. All right, so with that in mind, up against Newcastle today. Naturally, Newcastle are a team that we should be beating at home. No disrespect to the Toonami out there, but we're a better team than they are for now. Let's see what Roberto does. I mean, give it a year, maybe we'll be worse than they are. All right, so what should we go for? Jesus. All right, perfect. Yep, that'll do. Excellent. First, send the assistant. I'm not bothered with that. All right, so here we go. Highlights are set to key, and as you can tell, we are set to 3D highlights. Not impressed with the 3D match engine this year again. Yes, I know it's a new engine they're using, but honestly, overall, it's pretty poor. There's a lot of the same errors, a lot of the same issues. It's not that much better looking than last year, and in the very near future, I'm probably gonna switch to back to 2D. Even though the 2D doesn't exist anymore, it's like a 2D, 3D thing going on. I just like that a lot better. Here's an early chance, Redmond. Ooh, unlucky Nate. Good effort there. All right, here's another chance for someone. Is Romeo. Gets tackled there from Dwight Gale. That's something I'll be aware of today. Dwight Gale's pace up top. That could cause a problem for Virgil and Wesley. All right, someone's got to close him down there. Come on, boys, get excited there. Montoya, good interception there from the new right back. Playing pinball in the middle of the field. That's Shelby back to Gale. Gale to Ayoas, to Richie, Diame, Atwar to Yedlin, who's got forward from the right back position. There's Ayoas, good tackle there from Mario Lamina. He's going to be so crucial for us this season in the middle of the park alongside Romeo. There's Dwight Gale, and it's 1-0 to Newcastle. What a fine start to the season. All right, so deep in the half, let's see if we can create something. Stephen Davis to Romeo to Gabbiadini. Oh, unlucky Manola. Good effort there. He's going to be key for us too. I think scoring goals is going to be a huge issue for us this season. Ball's whipped in. Lamina with a header straight at the goalkeeper. So, yeah, as I was saying, I think scoring goals is going to be a problem. It's a problem in real life. And honestly, Roberto, our director of football, hasn't really done anything to address those concerns, as Fraser Forster dives over the ball as it hits the post. Still a corner though. Richie's going to whip it in, get that clear. All right, aerial dominance should be an issue for us at the back. Oh, jeez, and I was saying that, and Dwight Gale almost got a header in there. With Wesley and Van Dijk, we should be able to dominate teams in the air. All right, so 1-0 down at home. We're actually not playing terribly. It's kind of 50-50. Good conversion. Regain possession in the center of the park. We lost a lot of possession too. So, all right. I expect much better in the second half, honestly. Let's do. Show me something else. That's a new passionate. I want to see much better in the second half. Nobody reacted positively, so fantastic. Yeah, see, the guys are just they're pissed off at me right now. It's not really my fault, of course. Let's go a bit more narrow, just for now. And I'm gonna put these guys up to push forward a wee bit more. I've had them on defend because it's a natural role. Let them come out of the shell a little bit. We'll do support. Let's push those wing backs forward a little bit more. Let's see if we can get see if they can offer a bit more width. Go a bit more central. Get the creative players involved, and if you need width, that's when the fullbacks come into play. All right, here's Gale. Come on, guy, close him down. That's a good effort there from the White Gale. All right, 65 minutes on. Nothing has really gone our way so far today. So what we'll do is I'm going to change things around a wee bit. So we're going to push Lamina forward just a little bit more. I'm also bringing on Yankto to play instead of Redmond. He is Yankto. I think he's left-footed. Yeah, he's primarily left-footed, so he's probably going to be best suited for a winger role. Let's bring off Davis. Let's move Tadic a bit more central to advanced playmaker, put him on attack, and then Helen, yeah, inside forward, that's his preferred role, so we'll do that. And then I'll take Gabbiadini into a complete forward. All right, so see if those changes do anything for us. We have a corner, though. Let's see if we can make the most of this opportunity, or they have a corner, I should say. They didn't make anything of it, so that's good. That would have been slightly embarrassing. All right, 76 minutes in. That hasn't helped us, so let's go attack in. Let's go very fluid. And let's also start putting the ball a bit more forward, shall we? A bit more direct passing. Let's get forward a bit more. Oh dear, this will be a very, very bad start to the season if we lose at home to Newcastle. All right, ball goes long. Someone's going to win that. Holland as well to win it in the air. To Romeo, to Lamina. That's a okay ball. Bertrand to Yankto, to Gabbiadini. Manola, get in there, my son. Fantastic finish. And an assist for the new record signing. Maybe I didn't give Roberto enough credit. Yankto coming up there with a good assist. Lays it across. Gabbiadini first time on his left peg, and it's 1-1. Let's keep pushing. Why not go for it? Let's try and make it 2-1. I feel like I'm going to regret saying that and doing that, but I feel we got the quality. We got the quality to win it here. There's Tadic. Oh, Holland is through on goal. Helen lays it to Tadic, to Gabbiadini again, and there it is, 2-1. Get in there, Manola, Gabbiadini. So the changes are paying off there. Helen and Yankto getting involved in the action, the new signings. Early season here, but maybe I was a little harsh on Roberto. Maybe he does have an eye for talent in his 1 overall attribute rating. All right, just 10 seconds now to hold on. Win that in the air, Montoya. He does well. There's Marino. Back to Murphy. Time is up here. Maybe one last chance for Newcastle. No, we get it clear. And Montoya's going to boot along. And that should be the full-time whistle. Come on, ref. We've had enough. Anytime now. I'm going to start giving Alex Ferguson daggers if he doesn't blow a full-time whistle anytime soon. Yeah, we're an extra time of extra time. Come on, ref. There it is. Full-time whistle blows, and we finish with a 2-1 victory. Late drama here at St. Mary's. 2 goals there for Gabbiadini, and the players only came off. The bench players made an impact today. The likes of Helen did well. Yankto did okay too. So positive stuff indeed. Good stuff. So good to get a win to begin with. Obviously took us until 85 minutes to get going. But nevertheless, we got the job done. All right, so another young player has left the building to go play for, who was it? Doncaster on loan for the season, Jake Hesketh. Guy's got a little bit of potential, actually. Take a look at his reports. My assistant manager thinks he could be a solid Premier League player in the future. He is 21 years old, so he's starting to reach a point where he should be seeing that kind of potential. And Doesn't really look like it, to be honest with you. He could probably leave, and I wouldn't really bat an eye. All right, so, you know that new £2.5 million centre-half that Roberto just signed? He just broke his leg. He's going to be out for 4 to 6 months. So we're not even gonna see him play anytime soon. So that's that's awesome. Yeah, I loaned what was it, all 4 centre halves when our senior squads go playing in 23s, and unfortunately Dale went down in the 31st minute. All right, and Roberto strikes again. He has sent Richard Bakary, a young right back, on loan to Ebbsfleet. Take a look at his scout report. This guy's going to be no good for anything, really. 19 years old, doesn't really show a lot of potential. So, again, another player that can leave, and I wouldn't even bat an eye. All right, so here we go. Just before the game against Burnley, we also got news that a couple of more young players have left the building. Ollie Kirk, Aaron O'Driscoll, both centre-halves. None of them really showing a ton of potential. They've got on loan, I think, for the rest of the year. So, not important news, really. So, we're going to today's game. We are currently 8th in the table. This is how we're going to line up. I brought in Yankto into midfield, left wing, I should say, and then Paul and the Helland. I gotta find a name for him. He's going to play inside forward. I'm actually tempted to do this. Funny enough, I might have him do this instead and have Ryan Bertrand kind of like just sit maybe a little bit deeper, perhaps, just to help protect the back line. Not quite sure why, but I feel like this will give us a better chance of winning today than Yankto playing as a player further forward. What I will do, though, is put Tadic on attack, just to give us a bit more forward momentum, because obviously lacking an inside forward, we're going to have to try and support Gabbiadini a bit more. So Helen comes in the squad as well. No other changes we need to talk about. Bafala's still not ready to go, so he's not going to see any game time. What else? I've also switched to a bit more direct passing as well. And yeah, that's really about it. We'll go in today's match against Burnley. This is another game I expect us to win. Hopefully we haven't going to come from behind this time, though. We should be good enough to lead from the front. And yeah, we'll see how this goes. So I expect to win today. One person reacted positively. Thank you, Wesley, for your support. I appreciate that. All right, so let's. Yeah, fine. That's fine. Set the tone. Perfect. There you go. All right, so here we go. Up against Burnley at a turf more on a what I presume to be a glorious day up in Burnley. I actually was lucky to visit the ground last season when I went home to England. Up against Everton, it was a last-minute goal. Can't remember who scored it, though. I remember it was an absolute beauty, and that was almost a goal right there from Ben Mee, raising high in the box there, just narrowly heading it over. Alright, so half-time in this hot garbage of a first half. Only one highlight, and that came in the second minute of the game when Ben Mee hit it over the bar. So it's been a very, 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 very dull game so far. So I am actually far from pleased with what I just saw. The boys actually reacted positive to that, so again, I'm motivated for the second half. Despite what I think, I'm still going to put Yankto a bit further forward and go a bit more traditional in my approach, just like the last game. I'll actually switch to attacking as well. Alright, so here we go. Second half, I'm hoping for a much better display. I'm not afraid to bring on Redmond or Davis or maybe Charlie Austin if I have to. Here's a chance now. Helen's going to whip the ball in. Oh, that's a good chance for Wesley Hope. First chance of the game for us, really. Good chance there from the centre-half, but he lashed his shot narrowly wide. All right, here's another chance. Actually clicked on that by mistake. 61 minutes on the clock. Tadic puts the ball in the box. There's Helen to Gabbiadini. Back to Montoya. See what the Spaniard can do. Gets in the box. That's a good cross. That's Yankto at the far post. Not. Oh, he's gone down. Oh, Yankto's now picked up a knock. I'll think about bringing him off anyway. Let's see what happens in this highlight, though, before I make any changes. So I'm going to close him... Oh, that's a... Who the fuck was closing him down? Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, alright, okay. Alright, so... Alright, let's make those changes then. Gabbiadini, I'm going to bring you on and play as an inside forward on attack. And then I'm going to bring on Mr. Charlie Austin, and got himself a brace today against Everton. What other changes can we make? I could bring on Højbjerg, play him as a deep line playmaker in front of the back line. Yeah, we'll do that. And also we'll push Bertrand forward as well. Because why not? We got to go for it. I refuse to go down without a fight against Burnley. Putting my words out there. All right, let's change some things up. Take off retain possession. Let's go a bit more direct. See if that'll make an impact in the last 15 minutes of the game. And if I have to, I will switch to overload as well. Yeah, I might just have to do that now. Actually, I'm going to push Højbjerg forward first. And then I'm going to go to overload. Let's go overload. Let's go a bit more. Let's go route 1. All right, Brady hits it forward, looking for Wood. Bertrand does well to beat him in the air, though. Good tackle there, Ryan. Ooh, you got to go with the runners. Got to go with the runners. Barnes is actually a pretty solid finisher. That was we got off the hook there. It looks like we're going to come short today, unfortunately. Very poor display out there. 30 seconds left to see if we can create one more chance. We've only had 1 or 2 chances today. It's been very disappointing going forward. Honestly, if you're a Southampton fan, you should be pretty used to this by now. As Sam Vokes has a good tackle there from Wesley Hood, but it goes behind, and that'll be it. Just waiting for the referee to blow a full-time whistle in front of the Saints fans. A lot of Saints fans today, though. It's a good sign. All right, so disappointing there. 1-0 defeat to Burnley. I'm far from pleased with what I just saw, honestly. It was a bit of a poor display. All right, so I got some work to do to try and get this team up to shape, up to par. Transfers coming in. He's actually put a bid in for someone called Quadru Asamoah, who is a left wing back, plays centre midfield as well as left midfield. So yes, that's exactly what we need. Actually, I mean, as an extra centre midfielder, that probably wouldn't be too bad right now. Just because after Højbjerg and Davis, we haven't got that many other options. So it'd be nice to have something different in there, I suppose. And it's only a loan sign-in, so not that big of a deal. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, maybe a like on it. If you want to see more videos by me in the future, please hit subscribe, turn notifications on. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you folks in the next episode. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.